President-elect Donald Trump names Kellyanne Conway as his White House counselor. Conway is a Catholic known for her work in the pro-life movement. She led Trump to victory as his campaign manager, and she'll be the highest-ranking woman in the West Wing. Kellyanne Conway, the first woman to successfully run a presidential campaign, is one of Trump's most visible advisors. Today she appeared on television, as she often does.
I'm just really pleased and frankly very humbled to take on this role in the West Wing near the president and to be supportive of the senior team that he already has in place.
The longtime Republican pollster and conservative strategist isn't afraid to stand up to her boss. She wasn't quiet about opposing the prospect of Mitt Romney as Secretary of State. And that outspoken nature will be key when it comes to defending life, according to leaders in the movement.
She's part of the pro-life movement, and he knows that. And to appoint as his really closest advisor in the White House, a person with that pro-life background, those credentials and that knowledge, says something about Mr. Trump.
Conway has a strong rapport with the president-elect, who called her a tireless and tenacious advocate with amazing insights. She often talks about being a wife and a mother to 4 young children who will now leave New York City, relocating to Washington. Joining us now is Al Weaver, who has been covering the transition for the Washington Examiner. Kellyanne Conway is known as the Trump whisperer for really turning the Trump candidacy around and leading to the win. What do you think her role will be in the White House?
Well, she's going to be a big, major advisor for the not for the campaign, for the White House administration now. I mean, one of the main priorities she's big is messaging. She's really good with messaging. As you can see with the campaign, she really helped turn the tide. Her and Steve Bannon. Once they came on board, Trump is really starting to stay on message. Starting to stick to his talking points. I think that's going to be a big thing, and she's also going to help with legislative issues, whatever they may be, coming in the next year.
And one of the things that she is known for with her past is being a pro-life advocate. She's worked with a lot of pro-life candidates as well. Do you think that she's going to have influence on the President Trump and his pro-life promises moving forward?
I'd be surprised if she didn't. I mean, she's one of the more powerful women, especially who's going to be in the administration. She holds a lot of gravitas within the camp. Without the Trump camp, she's really well thought of, and she has a history of backing pro-life candidates. She worked for Mike Pence before she came on with Trump, and was a senior advisor and ultimately a campaign manager. And before that, she was one of Ted Cruz's. She headed up a Ted Cruz super PAC, who obviously is one of the more pro-life people in the party. So she's a long track record of this, and I think, especially for those who are concerned that Trump may not be the most steadfast on pro-life issues, she's really going to help.
And having that history with Pence and with Cruz could be a thorn in the side of the president-elect. Do you think that will help heal that relationship a little more?
I think so. I mean, Ted Cruz, I'd be surprised if he's going to come out and say, I'm going to buck you on this, unless it's really something big that he's not alone in doing. I don't think he's going to be a sole person in blocking things because he doesn't want to anger his base. He's got a re-election in 2018 that he's not going to want to fire up any activists against him.
We're running out of time, but really quick, what do you think the cabinet picks so far reveal about the Trump's next 4 years as president?
Well, I think the one theme you keep seeing is kind of the apprentice-ification of the process. I mean, you saw what he did with Secretary of State. He brought Mitt Romney in 2 or 3 times, for dinner in front of cameras and paraded all of everyone through Trump Tower and Mar-a-Lago. I think that's one of the real interesting things you're going to see in the next 4 years is him really trying to play a lot of things out in public.
And we'll be watching you and your reporting at the Washington Examiner. Thank you so much, Al Weaver. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.